Good afternoon, guys. It's Monday, 9th of December 2019. Piotr here, Light Forex Global YouTube channel, and we are about to make an update in regards to the crypto. So it's time for Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? Well, if you remember our meeting we had last week, not many changes, to be honest with you. Still 7,900, 8,000 looks like a key psychological level to the upside, right? If you remember. So as you can see here, 2 weeks ago rejected, previous week rejected, right? Okay. On the other hand, if you remember what we discussed, some possible swing low creation could take place. So as you can see, previous week we were able to hold, right? Overall, you know, I'm very pro, right, of those new technologies. I'm very pro and very bullish overall. But if I can't see the reason to try to buy on the chart, then that's another story, right? And here on the Bitcoin chart, on the higher time frame, unfortunately I can't see the reason to buy, right? If you remember the China news and the move to the upside here, right? So after the breakdown, we cannot get back above this lower shadow, all right? So that's, well, it doesn't look good, as simple as that, right? So let's try to switch lower. Let's have a look if there is something going on the smaller time frame. Let's switch to the daily chart, all right? And as you can see, there was two attempts to go higher, right? On the daily, that was rejected, right? So it's something similar to we've seen on those two candles on the weekly chart, right? The good thing is, of course, from that perspective, that the bulls are holding that zone here, right? So overall, for the last few days, after some fireworks, bigger and higher volatility, right? So there it was the higher volatility was here, then was here, right? So lately it's very narrow. Well, from the bulls perspective, it's good because at least there is no continuation to the downside, right? So after the breakdown of this China rally, right? After the breakdown through that level, well, we didn't quite continue strongly to the downside, right? As I mentioned, 5,500, 5,000 when you can make the measure move. Well, but maybe, and that's what I'm worried the most here, that what we have right now, it's gonna be something similar to what we've seen here, right? So that's my worry, that we are going to try to break to the upside, retest this green falling trend line, all right? So something similar we've seen here, and then boom, boom. All right, I know about the Bitcoin halving, but the chart, well, doesn't look good yet. So let's switch even lower. Let's try to find any light in the tunnel from the buyer's perspective, maybe on 4-hour chart. And if you remember, we were discussing previously the latest weakness, right? So the place from where we made lower low over here, right? And we placed this yellow zone as a possible demand zone. And well, if there is any kind of the light in the tunnel, it's here, right? Because, well, we were able to hold that level. Of course, the first bounce was the best one, right? But the current one, well, so shorts right now in favor, and unfortunately the lower levels, meaning lower low possible, so probably we are going to see some kind of the stop count below this latest low, so levels below 6,500. Well, that's how I see the things here. So any kind of this type of the spike as we've seen here, right, towards, let's say, 8,000, maybe a little bit higher for now, as an opportunity to sell, right? Only move and close, especially 2 consecutive daily close above 8,000, maybe 8,200, will cancel this bearish view. Let's have a look what we have on the Ethereum. There was a Istanbul upgrade, the Istanbul been upgraded to the blockchain successfully. There was an attempt to go higher on the Ethereum in tandem with Bitcoin, right? Unfortunately, still what we discussed previously might be in play here as well, so more downside to come. So in that case, I would be very, very careful in case of this type of the rally, right? I would be very, very careful, as what we have here, retest of the top of the channel, all right, and probably lower, right? So something like this, that would be retest of that consolidation probably, right? And then lower, and unfortunately as of now, retest of 100 and the lows around 80, well, still could be in play, right? The staking is coming to the Ethereum, but you know, the current DeFi trend and interest based on that, well, that's gonna be very interesting. Of course, DeFi is much more risky than the staking. That's the different story, but well, anyway, from the chart perspective, doesn't look good, same as the Bitcoin, unfortunately. Well, I'm very curious what we are going to see towards the end of the year, especially that the market for the Bitcoin, the market is open non-stop, and for Ethereum, right? So with lower liquidity, some kind of the fireworks are possible, and well, that's what I'm gonna to look for closer to the Christmas time or New Year event. Okay. Anyway, guys, if anything interesting happen, as you can see, very, very narrow consolidation both Ethereum and Bitcoin. If any interesting things going to happen, going to take place, of course I'm going to make an update, so please stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell to be informed when the new upload is going on. Anyway, guys, don't be trapped on that market, all right? Be careful, take care, and see you around. Goodbye.